Hello everyone and welcome to Simply Made Homestead. Today is going to be a quick video, but it's a really important video, a really good video that when you're hatching eggs, we all need to know and understand. And it's how to know if your incubator is working correctly. Now, I have had some problems here lately with my incubator. We have recently moved just a few months ago, and my HiGrow Meter, I always have to think about what you call this thing, it was lost. I couldn't find it. So I didn't have a very successful hatch rate this last time. And my incubator, I have had it about 2.5, 3 years now. So I was kind of wondering, is it the incubator? What's going on? Because my eggs were fresh. I made sure I put them up and down so that nothing would stick to the shell. And I did everything that I needed to do. Now, I did choose just large eggs. That was the only thing different, rather than going just straight whatever is fresh is put them in the thing. So I wondered if perhaps that was the problem, but it was time to load it back up, find my HiGrow meter and test it. And what I found was it is definitely the incubator. Now you can see here the chicks, they just started hatching 2 days ago. We had about a dozen hatch, which was actually a day early. And then yesterday, I don't even know how many more. They move so fast, you can't count them. They're just on the go all the time. But they've been hatching very nicely, and I'm just really pleased. But the thing is, I went solely on this HiGrow meter. Now, in the past, I never went solely on this because, I don't know, if I can't solely rely on the incubator, why would I solely rely on this? I kind of went in between the two and did it that way. And honestly, I've never had a hatch rate I felt that I should have gotten. So I really feel for sure, absolutely positive, that this thing is not reading the way that it should read. So from here on out, from experience, guys, HiGrow meter, really, really important to have when you're incubating your eggs. I will put a link in the description box below for you. I picked this one up at Rural King. I think it was about 20 bucks. They are, they're not expensive, and it's well worth the money. Now we know that the temperature for our eggs, it needs to be at 95 degrees. It can go down to 90 or up to 100, and that's fine. And it does. It kind of fluctuates because the heater has to kick on, or it gets a little too much, but that 95 is what we're going for. The entire time, I never got it up to more than 92 degrees. That's what this thing is telling me. And as you can see here in this photo, reading 102.5 right now, and I actually have it set for 103. So there you go. That's one problem that I was having. The temperature was not high enough in this machine, even though it was telling me that it was. With my last hatch, hatch day came and nothing was happening. And anytime before, there's usually somebody's going to hatch like a day before. There's that go-getter, and but nothing happened. And then they were very slow. They were very slow to hatch. So that's another thing. If things like that are happening for you, there's a problem in the incubator. Something's going on. Another thing, I had with my last hatch before this one, I kept having trouble keeping my humidity level where I needed it to be. It would drop way down, then all of a sudden it's way high. And I was constantly trying to make those adjustments to get the right humidity level for the stage that I was in. Now, once you are at lockdown, which is when you have 3 days left to hatch, then you go to lockdown and your humidity is to be brought up to 65 to 70%. My humidity has stayed right in that range. Last night I had to add just a little bit of water because it has started to drop a little bit. And it still hadn't gotten below 65, but it was starting to drop. You can see I keep a really close check. So I added just a little bit of water and I watched it. Now this thing on top here, in that picture right here, you can see it's showing 52% humidity, if I remember correctly. I'm sorry if that's not what it's reading, but it was around there. And this thing is showing that it is 69–70% humidity in the machine, and everything is hatching really well. I haven't had any kind of problems going on. So guys, HiGrow Meter. Check out the description box below. If you don't want to use the link to purchase, then at least if you need to remember what you call it, it'll be down there. Since it has been 2 days since they started hatching, I really want to get some of them over into the brooder. Now they have really kind of slowed. I'm still getting one pop out here and there. You know, I've got 2 that have zipped and they're working their way. So I'm kind of waiting on those guys before I move them over. You can move them at 24 hours. They need to at least wait until 24 hours because they need to be good and dry so they don't get cold and die on you, because they will, and they'll do it in a hurry. But because they kept hatching like they were, I left them in there. They're nice and warm. You want to make sure everybody's well and dry. And if you open that lid up, you let a lot of air in, that temperature starts falling, the humidity starts falling, and that humidity falling is really bad because the moisture that is in the egg will dry up, and you see that layer of, it almost looks like kind of a skin layer that is on the inside of the egg. It's no longer moist. It will dry up, and it literally shrink wraps the babies. So don't open that lid once they start hatching until it's a safe time to open that lid. When I initially move them out of here into their brooder, I do use a large tote for my brooder for the quail because they're so teeny tiny. And when they come out from under the heater, they don't have this huge, massive area to run around in like in the puppy pen. So they can easily go back under the heater when they get cold, and they don't get out into the wild blue yonder and they get chilled and try to cuddle up and stay and don't go back. I don't want to take that chance, so I do put them in the brooder. Now you can check out a video right here that will show you the brooder we use, how we set it up. Now once they do start getting bigger, and because they grow fast, guys, 3 weeks they're out into the big kid pen, you know, in the grow out pen. So but usually in about a week is all the time I keep them in the blue tote, and then I will move them over into the puppy pen, and I will link that for you at the end of this video. You can check that out as well. Now I will also provide links to the puppy pen in the description box for you if you'd like to check that out. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it will help you up your game and up your hatch rate when you're hatching your eggs, regardless to what kind of eggs you're hatching. Now if you've enjoyed this video and it has been helpful to you, please be sure and give us a big old thumbs up. It's a big help to us and to our channel. Alright guys, if you have any questions at all, please be sure and leave them in the comment section below. I love to hear from you, and I'll do everything I can to help you in your journey. So until next time, take care and God bless.